Today I'm going to be talking about something that I am very, very passionate about, and I'm just now starting to realize how passionate I've always been about this, and that is journaling. Hello, welcome. I am so happy that you are here. My name is Urelis. I am a multi-passionate girly. I like way too many things, and I've decided that 2025 is the year in which I will be sharing my multiple passions with the community through YouTube. This is something that I've had in my heart for the longest time. I've always liked the idea of creating content and videos to share the things that I'm passionate about. So hopefully in this channel, you will find your passion. You will find something that you love, that you truly enjoy, and we can just enjoy it and experience it together. For the sake of this video, we will be focusing on journaling. And I, of course, have one of many journals here with me. So let's start at the beginning. What is journaling? So I actually Googled definition of journaling, and the Oxford Dictionary provided this definition: to write in a journal or diary. That is just not enough for me. So I went to my good old friend ChatGPT, and this is what ChatGPT says. Journaling is the practice of recording thoughts, feelings, experiences, and ideas in a written format, typically in a notebook, digital document, or specialized journal. It serves as a tool for self-expression, personal reflection, and organization. Journaling can take many forms and be adapted to suit individual needs and preferences. See, that's more of the definition I was aiming towards, but I didn't know how to develop it. So thank God for GPT, right? All right, so with that in mind, I truly believe that journaling is an essential tool that can help everyone. And it doesn't really have to be used as a tool. It can be used just as a form of self-expression, as just a fun, cozy, entertaining hobby. And that is what I love about it. There are so many ways to journal. There are so many things that you can record through the act of journaling. And I think that's what I love about it the most. It can just be whatever you want it to be. And it can serve you in ways that you need right now at this moment in time. I do want to talk about the benefits of journaling, but before I do that, I would love to just share my own journaling experience, because I don't know if you have never journaled before, or maybe you have and you're trying to explore other methods, other things that spark more excitement about journaling. So I want to share my own journey, and maybe you will be able to relate to it or not, but I think it's a good foundation so that you understand why I am sharing this with you today. I've been journaling basically my entire life, since the moment in which I was able to grab a pencil and put words into paper. I have always thought I had this silly obsession with collecting notebooks. I remember my mom kept asking me, are you going to keep buying more notebooks? And I was like, yeah, I just like having notebooks. And I don't know, I've always just enjoyed the process of writing, of putting thoughts into paper. And I loved documenting what happened in school, what were the latest news about my boyfriends, Zac Efron, Joe Jonas, and Taylor Lautner. Oh my gosh, those were the days. I also love to write how I felt based on what happened in school or what we did during that summer or break or whatever. I just loved writing down how I felt. And I noticed at one point growing up that I loved even more going back to those journals and flipping through the pages and reading how I felt on a certain point in time. Unfortunately, I did stop journaling for a very long period of time. When I graduated high school, I was very into smash books and junk journaling, and I completely enjoyed the creative process of it. But when I started undergrad, I started going through a lot of self-discovery and a lot of struggles and a lot of time management struggles. And journaling just wasn't one of those things that I wanted to prioritize at that time. So I went through undergrad without journaling much. I think I must have some notebooks back at home because I moved away from home when I started grad school, but that's a whole different story. And I left all my journals and notebooks back at home. And I do think there has to be at least one in which I would document how I was feeling at some point, but I would have to go back and look through them and see if that's actually around. But anyways, when I finished undergrad, I started grad school, and I think this is when I started journaling again. However, it wasn't as consistently as I would now consider it ideal. Ideally, for me, journaling should be something that is a part of daily life. It should be something that I do every single day. Maybe it's not the case for you, but for me, I think it is a wonderful practice to have in my morning routine or my evening routine, depending on how I feel that day. And I'll go more into that a little bit later. But ideally, it's something that I do every single day. It's something that I use as a tool to explore how I'm feeling, my thoughts, and all of that stuff. So now I have finished grad school. I'm working a full-time job. I have more of a schedule, and I have a lot of time to choose what to do with. And one of those things that I want to do during that time is journaling. So I've made it a habit again. I've been journaling daily for at least the past year. I mean, maybe not daily, maybe on and off, trying to make it a daily practice, but definitely more consistently than before. So that is where I am right now. I am exploring again my love for journaling. I started with creative journaling. I think I've always had a lot of rules for myself when it comes to journaling. I always wanted to look pretty in quotation marks, because for me, a pretty journal is a messy journal, a thick journal, something that's filled with so many memories and things. But I've always tried to make it kind of aesthetic. But right now I am exploring journaling without rules, journaling without limits. This is my current 2025 journal. It's a Moleskine dated planner that I'm using as a journal. It has daily spreads like so, and I'm just using it as my daily journal in which I'm recording what's happened on that day. So it's more of like an anecdote book. I'm recording literally what I'm doing from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. And I do have other journals, but I don't want to get into that in this video particularly, because I do want to have flexibility to be able to create other videos for that purpose. So stay tuned for that. But for the sake of this video, let's jump into the benefits of journaling. And I just want to mention that these are benefits that I did not just come up with. These are actually backed up by research, and you can do your own search and you will find that there are a lot of benefits that journaling provides. And a couple of these that I'm going to be listing, I asked ChatGPT for them. I mean, like I said before, thank God for ChatGPT, right? I did ask ChatGPT to generate a list of journaling benefits that are backed up by science and research, and it did provide me with all the references and all of that fun stuff. So I'm going to be mentioning those couple of things right now. So the benefits of journaling are stress reduction and emotional regulation, enhanced mental health, improved cognitive function, because you are organizing your thoughts. Like, if you truly think about it, you're learning how to peel the layers of your brain and put those thoughts into paper. So you are improving your cognitive function. Also, physical health benefits. Would you ever think that writing on a piece of paper would improve your physical health? Well, apparently it does. Studies have shown that journaling improves sleeping health and also boosts your immune system. How? I have no idea, but apparently it's a thing. Other benefits include enhanced self-awareness and mindfulness, gratitude and positive thinking, which eventually leads to a more joyful way of living. And a bonus benefit that ChatGPT did not provide, this one is all me. Journaling is fun. It's an experience. It's something that you get to set aside time for, that you do on your own or with someone that also enjoys it and you enjoy it together. And it's just an experience. It's a practice that you can actually fall in love with and enjoy. And something that is very special to me is that journaling is something that you can pass on through generations. My grandma has recently gifted this journal right here. My grandma filled it up. If that is not something so special, then I don't know what it is. She gave this to me the last time I visited Puerto Rico, and honestly, it's my favorite gift ever. It has her handwriting. It has her thoughts. She basically collects quotes and all those things online because she's on Facebook. My grandma's on Facebook. And she finds all these quotes and things, and she believes that they are meant to be somewhere where they are actually immortal. And she decided to write all those quotes and thoughts and things that she sees online in a notebook, because whenever we don't have Facebook anymore, whenever the internet isn't a thing anymore, who knows, notebooks will still be around. This can be passed on. She passed it on to me, and eventually I can pass it on to my future daughter or son, and they can pass it on to their children, etc. And I just think it's something so beautiful. And it was actually what motivated me to start all over again, to keep multiple journals, to keep a journal in which I write the quotes that I see online, to keep a daily journal so that my future children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren can look back at and read about my life. Maybe they can find patterns in their own life. Maybe they can figure out why they are a certain way. Maybe we're connected in some sort of way because of the way that we think or the things that we enjoy that I document in my journals. So it's just a fun practice that gets to be passed on, and I just think it's so special and so cool. And even if you decide not to pass it on to future generations because you might be embarrassed of the things that you're writing or whatever, you can literally burn it if you want to. You can do whatever you want with your journal. I have a friend who said that she recently started journaling, and she would write, rip the page off, and toss it in the trash. And that's what worked for her. I mean, journaling is something that you can adapt to whatever works for you. And I think that is so powerful, and that is so fun. So yeah, hopefully out of that you got at least one benefit that you want for your life, and that one benefit is what sparks the interest in journaling and what gets you to start writing down your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences in a piece of paper. So what do you need to start journaling? You honestly don't need too much. You can literally use the Notes app on your phone to journal, to jot down your thoughts. However, I do think that there's a lot of power in writing on a piece of paper, in a notebook, something that is more physical and tangible. It's an experience. Like I said, you get to choose what type of paper you feel more comfortable writing in. There's dotted papers, there's plain paper, there's ruled paper. Possibilities are endless. There's also different types of pen. What pen feels comfortable in your hand? Which ink do you like? What style of whatever this is called you enjoy the most? So it's a whole experience. You get to explore a lot of what you like and what works for you. Even though you could start in the Notes app in your phone, I would highly suggest finding... My cat decided to join the chat. I would highly suggest that you find a notebook that you have laying around or a piece of paper. You can literally write on a napkin if you feel like it. But if I were to encourage you to actually get something, it would be a notebook that inspires you, that gets your creative juices flowing, that makes you want to actually pick it up. This can be anything from a college ruled notebook that you find at your local school supply store, or what I like to do is going to stores like TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Marshalls, and going to the stationery aisle. Trust me when I tell you, you will find treasures there. You can find very high quality journals there for ridiculously low prices. For example, this journal right here is a Kate Spade. It has a gold detail. It has gold detailing. I found it at Home Goods. If you try to find it on Amazon, it is $40. I just searched for it. I just literally typed Kate Spade black and gold journal, and I found it, and it's on my computer right here, and it is $40 on Amazon. And I found it at Home Goods. It was probably Marshalls and Home Goods for $12.99. $12.99. So if you have the accessibility, if you're able to go to one of these stores, go. Trust me, you can find a really beautiful notebook for anywhere from $2.99 to $20. So if you have the accessibility, again, if you feel like spending money on this new habit that you're about to develop, I definitely recommend that. You can also go to stores like Walmart. Walmart has a great stationery and like college section in which you can find a lot of great notebooks. Target also has a great collection of notebooks and journals, and they're absolutely beautiful. So you have a lot of options. Amazon, I just mentioned Amazon. You can definitely do a quick Amazon search and just have a notebook delivered to your house, and you don't even have to leave the house to find one. But if you want to start right now, just grab a napkin or grab a piece of paper, grab an old planner, something, and just start writing. And then obviously, other than a notebook, you will also need your writing tool, which can be a pencil, a pen, a marker, whatever it is that you enjoy writing with. That's all you need. Of course, there are some extras. Journaling doesn't have to be just black and white, plain on a piece of paper. If you're someone who feels that you're more creative and colorful, you can use markers, colored pencils, highlighters, stickers, washi tape, anything that you like, you can use in your journal. You can also get a photo printer so that you can print little pictures and put them in your journal and complement whatever you're writing. So you can really make it your own. It's all for you and it's fun. That's what makes it so fun. After you've gathered all your material, after you've identified what notebook you're going to be working with, the pen, pencil, marker that you're going to be using to write, I would highly suggest that you make an experience out of it. I would highly encourage you to schedule the time that you are going to be using to journal. For me personally, I enjoy journaling in the morning more than in the evening. I don't know why. There's just something about waking up and going straight to writing that works for me. But this year, I am trying out journaling in the evening as well, as a way of decompressing after work, at the end of the day, and also to be able to document as accurately as possible what I did on that day so that I don't forget important details or things that I really want to document. And it's been working for me so far. The journal that I showed you before, this one right here, I'm trying to fill it in at the end of the day, but sometimes I'm saying sometimes as if it wasn't the 6th of January. So there's only been 6 days this year. And what I've been doing throughout these last 6 days, I still write a couple of thoughts when I first wake up, just because I don't want to forget to journal. And I know that if I leave it for the end of the day, I might be too tired to remember, or I might go out and forget to write. So I am still writing something when I wake up first thing in the morning. And then at the end of the day, at the end of my work shift, when I come back home after I've showered, I grab a cup of tea and I just sit down and have like a brain dump moment in which I write how I'm feeling, what I did, how was work, yada yada, all those things. That's what I'm documenting there. So I'm exploring a new schedule for my journaling, and so far I've been enjoying it, and it's something that I hope to keep up throughout the rest of the year. So going back to that, definitely try to identify what time of the day works best for you so that you can create a habit out of it, not just whenever you're feeling like it. Although, again, journaling is a practice that is tailored to your needs. And if journaling whenever you feel like it is something that works for you, then do that. Don't try to do something that works for something else. Do what works for you. Actually, something that comes to mind when I think about this is that famous quote that I'm totally going to mess up because I don't know it by heart, but I think it's something along the lines of, who fails to plan plans to fail. If journaling is a habit that you want to develop this year, if you want to make it a part of your daily practice, you have to plan for it or you're planning to fail at it. So schedule in that time. If you have a planner, write it down, write it in your to-do list, at the top of your to-do list, journal, so that you see it, so that you don't forget that it's something that you're working on and that you want to do today. And in addition to just scheduling the time and sitting down and writing, you can make, I feel like I've said this a lot of times in this video already, but you can make an entire experience out of it. If you like candles and they don't bother you, or you're not allergic to them, light up a candle. Make the room smell delicious. Make it something that you look forward to. Light up a candle and start journaling. Let your feelings flow, just like the smoke from the candle wick is flowing. I don't know, I'm trying to get all poetic, but it's not working out. Just set the mood. Maybe turn on a desk lamp instead of the big light. Maybe open the windows and let the sunshine illuminate your pages for you. Make a whole experience out of it. Romanticize the heck out of it. I promise you that it's something that you're going to enjoy so much. I mean, hopefully you will enjoy it. If you don't, then it's not for everyone. It's okay. But if it's something that you're really looking forward to doing, just make it an experience. Make sure to put it in hand with the things that you already do that you enjoy. Maybe it's your cup of coffee, which is what I was just having when I was journaling and thinking about making this video. Maybe it's a cup of tea, maybe it's a glass of water, or whatever it is that you enjoy. Pair it with your journaling practice, and I promise it's going to be a wonderful experience. Last but not least, I want to say something that is in my heart. Don't put too much pressure on yourself when you're journaling. Don't try to make the page look beautiful. No one has to see this. If you want to share it, then go ahead and share it. There's a lot of people that share their journals online. You do you. If you want to share it, then that's great. But something I've learned is that I enjoy the process more when I'm doing it just for my own eyes. Before I started doing it this way, I used to want to make my pages look stunning according to whatever people's standards are, according to whatever's trending online. Now I'm just doing whatever I like. I'm just practicing my lettering. I'm just writing sloppy notes. I'm putting pictures in there, maybe pictures that I'm never gonna post, but they're in my journal. And I just think that makes it a lot more fun for me. So don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. Just do what works for you. Remember that this is a practice that is yours and yours only. And it's meant to be enjoyed. That is all that I wanted to share today. I woke up feeling inspired. I've been thinking about creating videos for the longest time, and I have tried to in the past, but I haven't been so consistent. But I had never talked about something that I am this passionate about. So I am so happy that you reached this part of the video. I would love to tailor my content to whatever it is that you need. I am planning on creating kind of a series of journaling in which I will be talking about the different types of journals that you could start, different categories that you can look into, and just hoping to inspire you to start this journey and to love it, which is what I think I'm most excited about. I'm excited about you loving this practice. If it's something that you're just starting, or if it's something that you've done your entire life and you just happen to come across this video, I would love to know. So please do leave a comment, even if it's just one word, for me to know that you made it this far, that you're as excited as me to start developing this habit and cultivating it in your life. I would love to create a community of people who just love to journal, and much more than that, because again, with this channel, what I'm planning on doing is to just share everything that I'm passionate about. And there's a lot more than just journaling. Trust me, there's a lot more. When I say that I'm multi-passionate, I mean it. I'm excited to share all of that with you because I feel like they're just things that I love so much, and they're not meant for me to keep just for myself. They're meant for me to share them with you, because I know that if there's just one person out there looking for something that they're passionate about, they could find it through this channel. So if you'd like to write down in the comments what you're very passionate about, or if you're starting a journal after watching this video, or anything you're feeling, honestly, anything. It might not even have to do with journaling or with passions or hobbies. Just write something in the comments. Let me know that you watched it. I hope that you will want to watch more, and that I will see you again in the next one. So thank you for making it this far. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.